Hello, this is a Leshark and Friends
And Russell.
and Russell podcast. And on today's show, we're talking to my kids' teacher, model and amazing mum, Miss Charlene. Half Thai, half British, Charlene came to Phuket 5 years ago. From competing in Miss Teen Thailand to life as a single mum while studying at university, Charlene's journey is super interesting. She's an awesome teacher, awesome mum, and an awesome model. Yes, Miss Charlene is awesome. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the podcast. Hello, mate. Can I just raise a little query, a little flag?
Yes, Russell.
It's a Monday morning and we swore we'd never do this.
Yeah, we should... First of all, hello, Charlene.
Hi, Charlene.
Thank you for being here.
I've forgotten about me already.
No, we haven't forgotten about you. How can we forget about the...
You might wish you'd forgotten about us by the end of this.
Allegedly, one of the sexiest, beautifulest, most gorgeous people.
Presenters on the island.
Absolutely.
I would agree with
I
that.
think you're
Yes.
Thank you.
I think you're right. What were we saying about... Oh, yeah, we did say we'd never do... Okay, so Russ and I had our first fallout. Was it a first...
funny.
No, we probably had
To
more.
be fair,
I think it was
quite
our
a
first
few.
fallout. Oh, we have had a few, have we?
Yeah.
But this was a proper one. And we both hated each other for at least 30 minutes. Because we decided to do a podcast and it was Monday morning and we both... It was like 8:30. It was ridiculous.
It was dickhead
Anyway.
o'clock, basically.
Miss Charlene. Charlene. How do I say your full name?
Charlene Napman?
There you go.
Charlene who?
Napman.
Natma.
Yeah. Napman. K-N-A-P-M-A-N.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
well,
Yeah,
she's
mummy works better,
Mummy
actually.
works-
Yes. Much easier.
Well, who's mum? Who's
Yeah,
mum?
yeah.
Charlene's son's here as well. He might perch in every now and again. Bless him. Charlene, when did you get to Phuket?
Pardon?
When did you get to Phuket?
I think about 5 years ago, nearly 5 years ago. Yeah.
And why did you come?
Actually, change of scenery. I've never really moved out of my location much. Basically, I grew up in Pattaya and I went to university in Bangkok and I thought, why not, you know?
Okay.
It's life-changing for us. So we moved here, got a job.
And Charles was with you at the time, then, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay. I wasn't just leave him there. Were you laughing or coughing? What are we doing? Hey, there's some bearded man taking a picture of us while we're
Hello.
doing...
Don't mind us.
Secret. Yeah, we're
We're
all
trained
right.
professionals.
What was Pattaya like growing up? I've never been. Oh, no, I have. I've been to Pattaya once. Or Pattaya. Is it Pattaya or Pattaya?
Well, it depends. You can say it both ways. Pattaya, Pattaya.
Fair enough.
We should explain Charlene is half Thai and half British.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But born and bred in Pattaya?
No, born in Dubai.
Oh, well, obviously. That was my
I
next
didn't
guess.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born
Well, that's
in Dubai.
what, Jay, that's what this podcast is all around.
Were you really born in Dubai?
Yeah.
No, she just said that and blatantly lied.
Oh, I...
Yeah,
Did you
make
lie?
it interesting a little bit, you know?
How long were you in Dubai for?
For a year.
Oh, okay, so you don't
Yeah.
remember that much.
Yeah.
You didn't travel
Yeah,
around and see it.
And then I went back to visit for a few weeks, yeah. That's
But
it.
never lived there apart
No,
from when you were born
no,
there?
no.
Okay.
Yep.
So grew up in Pattaya.
Pattaya.
What was that like?
Actually, it's great. It's great. But I kind of grew up in I feel like I'm more Thai because I never felt like I was a foreigner until I actually moved to Phuket.
Yeah, right,
And then
yeah.
when I go into 7-Eleven, people stop me and are like, oh, you can speak Thai. And I'm like,
Well,
hold
yeah.
on, do I not look like Thai? And it just struck me when I moved to Phuket that I don't look like Thai.
And I think,
I never realized that I don't look like
and a
Thai.
lot of sort of Thai people that we've spoken to that have sort of mixed parents all say
Yeah.
the same thing. They're not treated as a dare I use the phrase genuine Thai, right? It's
Yeah.
quite distinct. And is that just here in Phuket? Because that's where I
Yeah.
seem to feel it is, or is it anywhere in, like if you go to Bangkok, do you get the same treatment?
Not really.
Just in Phuket, yeah.
Phuket,
Phuket's the
yeah.
bubble.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it because there's an influx of foreigners and mixed race children here that there's an issue, or is it? We're looking at you, Charlene, for an answer.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really know. I'm surprised.
Explain us the socio-demographic of Phuket. You know?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised about it.
Because our friend Janice from Chow Pet
Yeah.
Food said the same. She's from mixed races. She
Yeah.
said the same thing, that she gets treated differently here, and they don't believe that she's Thai.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But do you use it to your advantage?
Not really.
Did you see that?
Not really. It's occasionally.
I could be cheeky like you, but I chose not to. Yeah. And I also think that when I'm in Pattaya, I always hang out with Thai people. So basically, wherever I go, I'm with somebody that looks like Thai, or so people never stop and ask about it. But here, mostly on my own. When I go 7-Eleven, I go on my own. So they thought I'm not Thai.
Do you just hang out at 7-Eleven?
Not really.
Is that your go-to place?
Aircon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, fair one.
Yeah.
Someone else said, there was a comedian that said that once at a comedy gig that we went to.
Bill Bailey.
No, it wasn't Bill Bailey.
Even dogs say in front of 7-Eleven, aircon.
Yeah, they're not stupid. Yeah.
Russell trains them to sit in front of 7-Eleven. That's his job. Sit in front of 7-Eleven.
Free air.
That's where the sausages are.
So, what was school like in Pattaya?
Great. I went to a different type of school. I went to a bilingual school, went to a Thai school, I went to an international school. So for me,
all at the same
I've
time?
experienced it all.
That's a lot of schools in one go.
Yeah, a lot of schools.
Which one was your favourite?
I like both. They're different.
But hang on, there's 3.
All of them actually.
They obviously didn't work very well. The schools. But no.
Both, I mean, the Thai culture and
Right,
foreign
yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
They're different. Yeah.
But then you went to university in Bangkok.
Yeah, at Thai university.
And what did you study?
Marketing communication.
Right.
Yeah, and then
But what did you want to do with that?
Actually, I just want to get over with.
Just get a degree.
Whatever makes me graduate fast and easy, that's the thing.
Fair enough.
And I chose, I actually chose majored in English because it's easiest for me, Yeah.
Well, you say that. It's not easiest for me.
Yeah.
I'm English.
In a Thai university, English is very easy.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I should have gone English.
You can close
Yeah.
your eyes and you can do all the tests.
Wow.
Yeah, is that easy?
Have you
For
met
Thai-
Jay?
I've known Charlene for a long time. Of course she's met me. She knows how
Yeah.
stupid I am. So you just picked something just to go and have the lifestyle of the university, but without a plan of knowing
Well,
what you
it's
wanted to
actually
do.
because I had a child so early. I was quite naughty first few years in university, and then I had him. And when I had him, it struck me like I need to get a job, so I need to have a qualification to basically plan my life. So that's what I did. Whatever works best and easy for me, I had to finish it and do it because I have him.
So little man came
depending on
along.
me,
He came along during university.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You
Gotcha.
did have fun at university.
did have fun at uni.
Didn't you?
Yes. Yes. And actually, because of him, my grades turned out to be great.
Yeah.
After that.
Well,
great.
it gives you focus.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody's depending on you,
Yeah. Quite. All of a sudden, I've got to knuckle down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no, fair one.
Actually, he went to university with me. He sat with me in classes. No choice, single mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how was that?
Great. Actually, I think I was the first that I've known that did that. The universities in Thailand, they announced that the students can keep the pregnancy, can have kids. Because they didn't
Ooh.
allow before. You're not allowed to be pregnant and go to university. But then after my generation, they did.
I just like, for the podcast listeners, Russ and I have both just sat back in our
Yeah.
chairs. We didn't know that.
No. So if you fell pregnant at university, like you could have been in your final year, and if you
Yeah.
fell pregnant, they'd throw you out.
Well, before, yeah, they didn't allow actually. It was like,
Frowned upon, but in a strict way.
yeah.
Wow.
And then after that, they were loosened up. They loosened up a bit.
And so did you.
So did you.
obviously.
Took full advantage of it.
Actually, I was lucky because when I went back to university, he was about 2, and so he went to kindergarten, and I went to university. Every day I drop him at kindergarten. I go to school. We both went to school, our own schools, and then one day his school was closed, and then I didn't know what to do, and I'm not allowed to be absent. So I knocked on the door. I spoke to the professor and I said, hey, excuse me, I'm here with my son. Do you allow me in or not? Like, she was surprised. She didn't really like me because how I look. She thought like, nah, she's not into studying. I'm that kind of girl who hang out, just not interested in learning. But actually I was, and I had a child. And sometimes I come late, but she doesn't know why, because I had to drop my son off. And when she saw me in front, and she was surprised. She's like, is that your son? And I said, yes. And she was like, okay, you're welcome. Because I told her, if you don't allow me in, you can't mark me absent because I'm here.
Yeah.
So she did allow me, and she was nice to me after that. I got a lot of help. Like sometimes when I had exam, they would take care of him in front of the class for me. My mates would, when they finished first, they would go out, take him out, and take care of him in front of the classroom for me. So yeah, I was pretty lucky.
So during your pregnancy, you still went to university?
No, I didn't. I stopped.
Okay.
I stopped. Yeah.
So and then when you had him, obviously, how long was it? How old was he when you went
He's
back to uni?
about 2.
Right. So you had a 2-year gap.
Yeah.
So you started uni for like a year,
Yeah.
then had a gap, and then went back to
yeah,
it. Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Russell's just tracking you because he does this.
Yeah.
That's from a timeline of everything.
So, but no, because there's a difference with if you've just had him and you've had the help and you keep on going to uni, you keep in that frame of mind of I'm going to university to study and what have you. Mm-hmm. You've taken a time out, you've had him, you've started to raise him, you've got him now into kindergarten. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to get onto a different path. You know what? I'll just go get a job because I have to raise money, find money for my son. Which would be a natural path to go on. But you made the conscious choice. No, I'm going to go back to uni and finish uni and do that. Which, kudos to you because I think a lot of people would have taken the other option.
If you think about it, I can get the job, but I can't get a variety of job because I don't have a certificate. All you need is that paper.
Yes, but
right?
at your age, respectfully, at that age, not many people have that mindset.
No, well,
maybe I might be completely bashing young kids,
I
but
didn't have much choice as well because my mom passed away when I was 3 months pregnant. My dad lived abroad. I didn't have help, so basically I was a single mom alone. If my mom was still there and she was taking care of Charles, it would turn out a totally different way. I might not even graduate. I might be just still chilling out somewhere, but it turned out for the best.
This might be a touchy question, but how was the relationship with your parents when you became pregnant?
My mom was sick, so she didn't really know about it.
Okay.
She had a stroke.
Right. Okay.
So she didn't really know about it. I told my dad when I was about 4 months pregnant. He was disappointed. I was scared to tell him. He was abroad. I texted my aunt. My aunt emailed him. He called me for 2 days. I didn't pick up because I was scared. But that changed his mood, from being maybe angry. He couldn't contact me.
Yeah.
So he had to
So now he's
think what to
concerned.
say.
Yeah.
So he sent me a text and said, hey, I thought we were best friends. I thought we talked about everything.
Okay.
I thought we can communicate. And then I picked up the phone and then obviously his tone changed.
Yeah.
And he was fair.
Okay.
He told to me, it's up to me. It's totally up to me. It's inside of me, so you choose. Don't let anybody make the decision because it's you.
Cool.
So I kind of thought that he wanted differently because he saw how my life could have changed. Mm-hmm. I got Miss Teen Thailand. I got 3rd place. I was casting for a movie. So basically I was going to get the job. I had to pick between a child and my career, but I couldn't because I couldn't stand about having an abortion because I thought, what if my family thought the same? If my parents thought the same, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't hurt a child, I couldn't,
No, fair enough.
well,
Yeah.
Monday morning, getting on the
Yeah.
old abortion
I'm-
debate. Jeez whiz.
Just something stronger than coffee.
Yeah, my word, let's get off
So,
that.
but may I ask, how old were you at the time?
Pardon?
How old were you at the time?
When I had him, I was 21. I was pregnant at 20.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had him at 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still, really young in terms of that in your life cycle. In terms of that's a big decision to have to
Yeah.
make, and
Yeah.
obviously, sort of, it's not a case, and it's not just a case of do I have him or not. It's a case of if I do, what then?
Yeah, yes.
So, and
you're
it's
actually
having
right.
that mindset to think about what am I going to do
That's
next.
actually how I thought about it.
Yeah.
See, Russell's a smart one. Of the
Actually, he's actually right.
No, he is right. He's right most of the time.
I didn't give me the other choice. I just thought, okay, you're going to have it, what are you going to do next?
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned there, and I should explain, we haven't actually said that. So Miss Charlene, as I keep calling you Miss Charlene.
Charlene.
Miss Charlene. So I met Miss Charlene as a teacher because 5 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Anyway, so Charlene's taught Tahara and Ashton.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So she started.
So it's
off-
her fault, right?
It is all her fault. So that's how we know each other. But
Yeah.
then also, you might have heard in that conversation that Miss Charlene was also modelling at the time as
Yeah.
well.
My ears did prick up at some point.
How did that all come together?
And do you have photos?
Oh, I've seen photos.
You mean
The
when
Miss
I
Teen
started it?
Yeah,
or-
what got you into that? I mean, because it's not something that, I mean, obviously I've got Zahara and I know that her mother kind of pushes her to do certain things, but what was the driving force for you to go towards Miss Teen Thailand?
Yeah.
3rd place.
Okay. So first, I started this career when I was so young,
How young?
unwillingly. because my mom wanted me to go. But I think they met me, the modeling agency, they met me at a school fair, Plunjit fair, and my school took me to Bangkok to fair, and then I went with my aunt, and then there's so many modeling agency came up and asked for a number, and then I started to go casting, but I was so young.
Slow down. You went for what sort of fair?
Just a school fair.
Well, like bric-a-brac stalls and selling
like
stuff
lunches,
and
yeah.
coconut shies and stuff like that.
And then people just came up.
And then there was just modelling agencies walking around the school.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's weird.
So
And
I mean,
yeah.
okay, on one level it makes sense, but I mean, I'm
I
assuming
think
they
they're
went.
probably looking for a
Hot
look
chicks.
krung and you know.
Yeah, they're looking for the right look for whatever they're advertising.
Yeah.
But the difference, I mean, okay, it's not about the agents aren't going up to the kids and saying, "Hey, do you want to be in my film
No,
shoot?" They
they're
go up to
going
the parents.
Oh, okay.
At least you'd hope
Yeah.
so.
Jay, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking you want to see my sweets.
Well, and it's
Come here,
passier,
little
right? So I
child.
mean,
Yeah.
there's a bit of a reputation.
Had you thought about doing? So you said you were pushed into it at a young age.
Yeah,
What-
because we would have a deal. So when I have to go casting, obviously I'm young. I would want to hang
How
out with
young
my
are we
friends,
talking here?
7, 8.
Wow. Okay.
And I want to hang out with my friends. There would be a deal. I'm like, Mom, can I get this if I go? And then as I grew up, I wanted the cash. So my mindset changed. Like, oh, I'm doing this not because I want to get famous. I want the money to buy whatever I want, so I don't have to ask my parents for it.
Have I told you my story about my casting experience?
Is it the one about the voice that you did, or that singing song that you did when you got drunk?
No, not
and
Annie. The my ET advert.
No, Russell. But
We'll discuss that later.
This is We'll do that in the outro. This is Charlene's. I want to know about Charlene's modelling career.
I was just double
Not
checking.
your ET crap. Were you going for ET?
We'll come.
Okay.
We'll come back to that.
So what kind of things were you doing?
I was doing a lot of commercials and print ads. Yeah.
For clothes or for anything?
For clothes, well, I've done a lot. A2Z brand, Tiger Beer, a lot of things. Face product, clothes.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I enjoyed when I got paid.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it.
Paid, Jay.
And then how did the Miss Teen thing come about? Because that's
That's a natural progression,
that's
I'm guessing.
I guess that's a pageant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
just see the way she flipped her hair. Well, Miss Teen,
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
I got second runner-up on 2007, but I actually applied for it at 2006. I actually got from, I think, 3,000, 4,000 people, I got into the last 50 people, and then I quit. And I thought, oh no, I don't want to do this anymore, because they're going to take me somewhere for a week, and I thought, no, I'm going to have less fun. So I decided to quit. And the next year, I thought, what if I could do it? So I went back again, and they asked me, well, you quit last time. You got into 50 people, and you quit. And I had to make up excuses why, but actually it was just young, and I just didn't want to be kept somewhere, because they will take you somewhere, keep you for 7 days, you know, and stay with the crew.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that, yeah. And then the year after, I actually got into 50 people again, and then I got in third place.
But how does it work? Do you go, is it the same as, because I see these pageants on TV, you have to do certain walks, and do you have to do a speech and say you're going to save the whales and stuff like that? But that's what you see.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you have to do, and are you practicing beforehand? and
No,
stuff?
I was one of them that didn't have
didn't really
any
care.
Special needs.
special ability or whatever. People come with guitar, hobbies that they do, and I just didn't know what I could do, and I just made it up on the spot, because I remember before we got on the stage, before the final date, we got on the stage and they, okay, everybody, can you show us your ability? And I just, like that, you know, and I just thought of a scenario in my head, and I act on my own, and I started crying, I just act on my own, and they were surprised.
You did Thai soap opera. That was your that was your
I'm like,
talent.
okay, what am I going to do? I have no talent.
Yeah.
So I basically did it.
How many people were watching this show?
Actually, it was a broadcast on the television as well.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people in the hall, but I'm not sure how many.
But it's quite a big thing, the whole
Yes,
talent contest.
because when they do the contest, people can apply from different region, and I think they pick 100 from each region and all come together, and then they cut it down to 50 people. So there's a lot of people.
In terms of the progression for you, sort of going through that process, what was your mindset? My guess is your mindset was, I'm just going to go with the flow and see what happens.
Yes.
As opposed to, I really want to win this. I'm better.
Yeah, I just want to see what happens.
Just see what happens. Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? Just before the final day, people get special awards. Some of them got Miss Photogenic, Miss Best Skin. I got nothing. All the rest, there's 5 of us who got how do I say it?
Special needs awards.
Yeah. And then, so the 4 of them got it, and 4 of them actually got into the final 5, and I was the only person
Okay, so in
who
the
had
top
nothing.
5,
Yeah.
you didn't get a special achievement
No.
award to like.
I didn't
I'm
think I
thinking
was-
like a 10-meter swimming badge.
Yeah,
So on
100%.
to
But to
your
be fair,
Yeah.
of those 5, how many of them have been on this podcast?
None.
There you go. You see.
Well, in all fairness, if you came third, I would like to meet 2 and 1. Because damn, girl, you gotta be hot.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Do you still speak to those people that were in that show, or
Yeah.
are they still modelling? Are they still doing stuff? Or
Yeah,
are they?
some of them are. Some of them are modeling in Japan. Yeah. Yep, they're doing things.
Did you want to continue the modelling stuff?
I do.
That wasn't I did.
Yeah.
That was
I
I do.
do.
Do you miss it then a little bit?
Yeah, I actually. People ask me why don't I continue doing it as a job,
I was
but
just gonna
you
ask
have to
that.
think about it. I have somebody depending on me,
Yeah.
and when you go for a casting, it's unsure that you're going to get it. So they might cast 30 people and they only want 1. So the risk of actually going to casting, I'm living in Phuket right now, think about it, yeah? So I have to book a flight, go to Bangkok,
it's
find a
different,
hotel, go for the casting, not sure if I'm even going to get it, and I'm just not getting any
Yeah.
profit out of it, you know? And even if I got the job, you don't get paid straight away.
Yeah.
So down payment, 3 months. 3 months forward, you get the money. What if I don't have jobs in between that? What am I going to eat in the next 3 months?
Yeah.
I need stability.
Yeah.
This can only
Smart
be my
cookie,
hobby.
young lady.
You know?
And at that level, the payment you're going to get, it's not like you're going to get a 6-month lump sum of
Yes.
money that you can survive on for 6 months until the next job. It's just you're going to get a standard rate.
Yeah,
So
so-
unless you've got those stacked up,
Yes.
Right.
So basically, if you think about it, if a job, I got 100,000 baht for this job, 30% goes to modeling agency,
Yeah.
5% goes to the tax, so I'm left with 65,000 baht.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and
Yeah,
I'm not
Russell.
gonna get it straight away. I'm getting that in 3 months time. So you know,
I think
need to
Charlene,
eat.
she's made a point, I think, on this bit.
Sort of.
Yeah. Just going back to the team before we move forward,
Yeah.
on the teen competition, how many mixed race people were there?
There was many mixed race actually. Yeah, a lot of Luk Krung. So
A lot of what?
Luk Krung. So Luk Krung is half like me.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't
Thai
know
and
that.
something.
Yeah.
You have to be
It's
in
half-
Thai
half
nationality.
blood.
So basically, you
Your
have to be
kids.
Thai something. Thai Chinese, Thai Germanese, Thai.
I've never heard that expression before. I know my kids
Luk
are.
Krung.
Half blood.
Half.
Half blood? That's Vampire from what's a good film that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did the modelling stuff, you did the university stuff, yeah, you had beautiful Charles, who is a really good kid, by the way, so well done as a single mum, hard work. So how did then, the Phuket, you wanted to come here and just have a
Yeah.
complete change of scenery.
Yeah.
What was the idea about work-wise at that point?
Well, when I graduated, I was in Pattaya. I worked as a teaching assistant. It worked well for me because I had time to go and pick up my son. I finished work at 3. He finished 3:30. Perfect, you know. And I did tutoring alongside with. When I got to Phuket, I actually got a job as a teaching assistant, and it worked well.
Just got a quick question. So I put my hand up, and I think that's because you're a teacher.
Yeah,
Just-
absolutely. It's
Just
very
a
good.
natural thing. I've got, excuse me, over here, big me. You finished university. You're in Bangkok. What was the draw to go back to Pattaya?
Pardon?
What was the draw to go back to Pattaya from Bangkok?
I have a house there.
Right,
You don't
okay.
need to pay rent, you know?
That'll do it. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
That worked for me.
Yeah.
So where was your...
Carry on.
So you got a teaching assistant when you first came down to Phuket?
Yeah.
And where was that at?
That's it's still the place where I'm working right now.
Oh, you don't want to mention it? We can
Kajonket
mention it.
International School.
Kajonket International. Oh, so... And what year was that?
I was teaching reception.
No, what year did you come here?
What year did I come here?
Yeah. What year did you...
5 years ago, 2015.
2015.
And back then, what was your 5-year plan? How did you answer the question, what will you be doing in 5 years' time?
But then, from your teaching assistant, you've now worked your way up, because what Russell doesn't know, and I know, is that not only were you doing teaching assistant, not only were you a single mum looking after Charles, you then were also studying for your whatever it's called.
PGCE.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I just realized that it works best for me. Actually, I had a plan that I wanted to be a flight attendant. And even when I had a child, I still thought the same thing. And then my dad said to me, like, you can't leave your child alone. Where are you going to leave him? He doesn't even have a dad, you know, and mom is going. And I thought, like, well, that's the way I can get a lot of money and I can send him into a good school. But now that I've been a teaching assistant and I found out that being a teacher, you get free schooling for your child. Works best.
Yeah.
So I got another degree so that I can teach and he can free school until he finished high school.
Now, I've known you since you've been doing your PGCE.
CEI, yeah.
Thank you. How hard was that as a single mum,
Oh my God.
teaching and then trying to study as well?
I still really don't give myself credit for it because I can't believe I graduated. I don't know how I did it, but I did it because I didn't have a choice. I had an amount of money that I sold my car for and I cannot fuck up. This is it. I only have this amount, I have to pass. So it's really, really hard for me. I cried a lot, late nights. Basically, full-time mom, working a full-time job. I like to go to the gym. That's a little bit of my time. I come back from school 4:30, go to the gym, come back. I'm so tired, but I need to work.
Need to study.
So basically, a lot of Saturday, Sunday is gone with studying, and yeah, I never want to touch my computer again after that. So.
How was Charles during that time?
He was great. He understood. I didn't. I wouldn't like to say that I didn't have much time for him, but he was always there with me. But I didn't really interact with him because I had things to do, and I cried a lot because when he fell asleep, I want to sleep, and I couldn't. You know, I have to sit there with my computer and do my work. So really tough.
But it's paid off because now you got your teaching degree, and now you're a classroom teacher rather than a teaching assistant.
Yeah. Get paid in the holidays, get a lot of holiday.
Yeah, all right, don't brag about it. So you're sat here getting paid while Russell and I aren't.
Yeah, but if you'd like to sponsor this
Actually,
podcast.
I came in the right path, actually. And with COVID and everything, it turned out really good for me because schooling has to carry on, you know? And so as a teacher, I still do get paid. I'm very lucky for that. Yeah.
And then you do a little bit of modelling on the side.
Yeah.
And is that just for fun?
Just for fun, yeah. I love it.
Just keep your toes
Even
in the
if
water.
it's if you have any free thing, let me know.
Oh, don't look
Got a
at
few
me.
things in mind.
How was the other? I finally missed your fashion show because I had to
Did
go.
you?
Well, yeah, but so Charlene was at the Living Arts Gallery fashion show 3-day festival that was happening at Blue Tree last week or the week before, whenever this comes out, can't remember. Do you enjoy the catwalk stuff, or is it more the photo shoots or the video shoots? What's
The best for me is commercial and print ads. I love it, but I always wanted to do catwalk. But obviously, I'm not tall as other people, you know. So mainly, they don't really pick me in Bangkok because I'm not that tall, and I always thought like I'm not made for this kind of thing. But then as I moved into Phuket, I have done a few catwalk, and I thought, wow, it's a new generation. So even if you're not that tall, if you can do it, you can do it, you know.
There's still hope for you, Russell.
There's hope for me, yeah.
I'll shave your legs.
Sure.
I'm joking.
I've modelled before. I've catwalked. I catwalked Calvin Klein. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I've got an image in my head now that I really don't want in my head.
It was. Who else? There was Calvin Klein. There was another one.
Back up. Delete.
So it was
Move
a
forward.
long time ago. There was me, Mark Lightfoot, and Richie Rich. He's one of your friends, Ginger. We were asked to do a modelling catwalk at Royal Phuket Marina for it was for Calvin Klein and something else. We were awful.
I would love to see that.
Oh no, we were given
that.
the pictures and we were given the video, and the three of
Ceremoniously
us
burnt them.
they
Really?
destroyed it. It was
What?
because we got there and they said, "Do you want some makeup?" And I'm like, "I don't need makeup." "Oh, we do makeup," and I just looked orange. I looked like a friggin'
Trump.
orange. I did. I looked like Trump walking down it, and we were told not to smile. We were said, "Right, you've got to be serious. Don't smile." So we're just miserable and orange the whole time.
Just like Trump.
Yeah, I never did it again. I can't do the modelling.
That's funny.
I don't enjoy I can't pose. So I've noticed, because if you want to go and see Charlene, there's a huge image of her. She's on the billboard at Blue Tree.
Oh, that's you, is it?
That's
Yeah.
Charlene
Right,
there. So as you drive past Blue Tree, or actually go into Blue Tree, you'll see the big billboard that says Health and Sports. That's Miss Charlene right there, with Zahara actually down on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Is there a knack to posing?
Actually, I think it takes experience. You get used to your body and comfortable with your body, and that's why I like to do shooting and
Naked?
stuff.
Oh, sorry,
So
what?
I like to do shooting and stuff because when I look at myself after, I can see like, oh, I need to move my hand a little bit. What I need to adjust. I kind of have an image in my mind.
Are you comfortable looking at the work that you've done? Like if you see yourself on
Yes.
a billboard.
Yes, actually, and that's why I take this as a hobby because I lost a lot of confidence having a child.
Okay.
So when I see myself in print ads and in stuff like this, I feel like, hey, I can do it. I'm not that old.
Cool.
Like, nothing can stop me. I always limit myself, you know. But when I see myself, I'm like, hey, you can do this. You know, I get a little bit
lot of people
confident
would
back.
do that, but they don't want to see themselves. Or like on the podcast, people they're nervous about it because they don't want to hear their own voice.
Well, that's another thing. I think I'm shy to hear my own voice.
Well,
Right.
you won't be listening then, so we can say, on the
Yeah,
outro,
yeah.
we can say whatever we like. We can really rip her apart.
Yeah.
What's the plans moving forward then? Because at the moment you're a classroom teacher. Do you want to progress further? Because you teach, what age do you teach at the moment?
I teach the youngest, 2-year-old, pre-nursery.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So cute. So cute.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Do you want to move up to different ages, or are you very happy with the younger ones?
Actually, I would want to go to reception or year 1, only because I feel like I can do more. The kids that I work with right now, they go home at 1. So young, you know, they only do half days. But I
Lazy.
feel like
Lazy
I can,
kids.
I,
Lazy kids.
I feel like I can offer more. So I like to see progress in children. I like them to teach them reading and writing. And also because I speak both language, I will benefit kids that are starting to read and write and learn, you know, the new vocabularies because I can actually explain to them.
She just wrote out a CV then. That was
Yeah,
very
pretty
well
much,
done,
yeah. I
wasn't
liked
it?
that
Yeah.
when it was done,
Yeah, so yeah.
So you've been in Phuket 5 years. Do you see yourself sort of staying here longer term? Or do you have ambitions maybe to move out of Phuket or stay in Thailand or further afield?
Actually, I really enjoy Phuket. I haven't decided anything yet, but wherever life take me, I'm happy. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna teach until he graduates high school, and then I will find out what I want to do.
Right.
Because I have time. There's time for everything. Now I'm just focusing on his schooling, and as soon as he goes to university, I am going to
Have a holiday.
I'm going to do whatever I want, like maybe seek another job or whatever, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Travel the
Smart.
world.
In the
Cookie, this
meantime,
little
I'm
one,
just
isn't
trying
she?
to find what I want to do, and I have a lot of time to think about it. So yeah.
Well, talking about what you want to do.
Yeah. So, well, really?
No, that's up to you.
Okay. Well, she's quite young.
What do you mean I'm quite young?
For once, I don't know where you're going with this one.
No, well, we usually ask people what's on their bucket list, but I think you've kind of, I think, almost preempted that by saying your focus at the minute is little man over here. And
Yeah.
that's your drive and that's your focus. And once you've got him through school and he's now taking care of his own life and his own path, then you'll redirect your time to focus on the things that matter to you and what you want to do.
Yeah. But yeah, talking about bucket list, I do have some.
Oh,
I do have some.
she's good this one.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Some. So in the meantime, my bucket lists are really easy ones. Right now, yeah? I just want to go rollerblading somewhere. I want to eat high tea because I love desserts. Easy stuff. But as soon as he go to university, or even in the meantime, when I have time, we're going to visit all the adventure parks. That makes me feel young.
Define adventure park.
Roller coasters,
Okay.
slides,
Ooh.
all those kind of things.
Right, before we go on, let's go.
Universal Studios.
First of all, can I just say rollerblading and high tea, I'm not sure are allowed on the bucket list.
Why?
Because I could take
At
you
the same
rollerblading
time.
now.
But it's not like I have time yet.
Can you
know? So
rollerblade?
I actually
Can I rollerblade? What sort of question's that?
That's a no.
rollerblading, high
Yes,
tea.
I can rollerblade. 2 seconds, Charlene. I'm
Yeah.
having an argument with you. Russell, I can rollerblade.
Can you stop?
What's the point of
I cannot.
stopping?
Right, okay, yeah.
I cannot.
See, I can
ice
rollerblade.
skate.
I can go.
I used to work at the ice rink here as a guide.
Yeah, but you got
Guard.
walls to stop you.
Yeah.
So I was fine with rollerblading until it came to stopping, and then I used to have to grab something or someone.
Because I started off with roller boots.
Oh, roller skates back in the day,
Yeah.
fine, but
You just
rollerblades are a
hockey
little
stop.
bit different.
No, you just hockey stop.
But there was. This is about I don't get
Charlene.
it, all right?
Anyway, well, I'll take you
no,
rollerblading.
No, this is important because
But-
roller skate it's all about going forward, right? You're skating
No,
forward.
you
cannot
skate
stop.
backwards when you go to Roller City.
Yeah.
Every now and again they put the thing in, now backwards, now
Yeah,
backwards, now
yeah.
backwards. And
But
you have to go backwards.
But what's the point
And
of
then they
leaning
used
forward to stop?
Well, you don't lean forward. Why are you leaning
Because
forward
the
to
stopper's
stop?
on the front of the skate.
No, the stopper's on the
And the back.
On blades they are.
Well, what are you talking about? You have stoppers on the back of boots as well.
God.
And you have
things
bits of
changed since I was a
cheese.
kid.
You put bits of cheese between your things, and you can go and buy. I had
I don't like
Bowers.
cheese.
I know. Oh, for Christ's sake. Anyway, you want to go rollerblading. The other thing about rollerblading is only people on their period go rollerblading because I've seen the adverts.
Uh-oh.
And women, have I gone too far?
Probably.
Oh my God, no. In the UK, the adverts when this one isn't going to be explained very well, is it?
Just.
Okay, we'll just move on to my analogy about girls on periods and rollerblading.
I know what you mean. I know where you're going with this, but yeah.
Anyway, and sitting there eating a yogurt on the
Yeah,
park
yeah,
bench.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's what people do on their periods, is go rollerblade and eat yogurt. Anyway, that's an English advert that only a few people are going to get. Terrible reference, and now I'm
Mental
getting a little
note,
bit
we'll
embarrassed,
discuss that in the outro.
and Charlene's
Yeah.
laughing, thinking, yeah, move on, guys.
So rollerblading
And
High
high
tea.
tea.
and high
Yeah.
tea. High tea's a good idea.
Where, though, for high tea?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm asking you.
There's a
oh why are
very
you
cool
asking
place-
me? Because I'm English.
Do you
No,
have
there's a very
English?
cool place
Any-
in Bangkok that does high tea. I forget-
Anywhere in Phuket that you can think of?
I don't know about Phuket. There might be one. I'm sure there'll be one in Phuket town though, because Phuket town's pretty funky.
Because I have a really sweet tooth.
This
Sweet
is why we
tooth.
get on.
But it has to be really good for me to eat it.
I was going to
I
offer you a
keep my
cake.
shape, you know, but if I'm going to eat something, it better
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
Do you cook?
I can. I just don't prefer.
smile.
Yeah.
Cook or clean, you can choose one thing, so I'm not doing both.
Really?
So if I'm cooking, I'm not cleaning. If I'm cleaning, I'm not cooking. So
Fair enough.
But where does the line come when you're cleaning up your plates or cleaning the house? Where's the... So, because if someone's
Cleaning
just
the
cooking...
house.
But if someone's just cooking, you then can't expect the other person to do all the cleaning of the whole house.
Well, if
I
you're
think
cooking,
that's
if
wrong.
you're cooking properly, you wash as you go. So that kind of takes care of itself. But if it's a case of I'm going to cook dinner or clean the house, it's one or the other.
Well, which one are you talking about, Charlene? Are you cooking dinner or cleaning the house? Are you saying cooking dinner and then someone else cleans the plates?
yeah,
So who cleans the house?
me.
There you go. see?
There you go. Fair enough.
I'm a little bit of OCD. I just like things clean, you know. I can't help it. I just can't help it.
Okay. Right, let's get
Yeah.
on to the roller coasters. I'm not a roller coaster fan. What?
What?
I love it.
No, I don't like the feeling of being out of control. I don't like the feeling that I'm not in
But
control.
you're not gonna die. You know
No,
it's
you
safe.
are.
I tell you
No,
what.
you
half the time
won't.
I feel you are.
What roller?
No.
What about water parks as well?
Love it.
Have you been on roller coasters?
Yep.
I'm just trying to think.
I love it.
She
It,
loves
it,
it.
excites me and it makes me feel like, hey, you're not old. You're young. You can still go on. It means you're young.
But
Rock
you
on.
are young.
I am young. I know.
Yeah, not as old as us. Oh no, you're
Well,
young.
But it
Sorry.
reminds me how young I am. Like, I think when I'm 40, 50, I might still be on a roller coaster. But skydiving and stuff like that, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Because I feel like, hey, I might not be safe
Um,
in the middle of the sky.
Fine.
Name some of the roller coasters then. What have you been on?
In Thailand?
I was gonna say, are there any in Thailand?
There's so not much in Thailand, is it?
No,
but
it's
there's
when you get
a
like
nice
the-
water park. There's one in Pattaya, Ramayana, a really big water park. I love it. I love the slingshot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you go down.
This thing's
I
like-
love it. Like, I actually went in blindly. Didn't even think about it. And as soon as they're about to drop, I'm like, oh my God. You know, I'm always excited at the last
Is that the
moment.
one where you're in it and the floor just goes?
Yeah, just go boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Universal Studios, they've got the Incredible Hulk roller coaster.
What the? Were you bragging about the Incredible Hulk roller? What?
Because it's awesome. Now, you know when you've seen the classic roller coaster, it goes chug, 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 chug up the hill.
Yeah.
And then it goes over and starts whoosh. Right. The Incredible Hulk does that, but you start off in a tunnel.
Ah.
So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you're going chug, 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 and then it's going to go, and it just grinds to a halt. And then the guy comes over to town on you, which is having a bit of an issue here. Obviously, you learn later it's pre-recorded stuff, but it's a bit of a technical thing, and there's bits of shaking. What the fuck's going on here? And it drops back a little bit, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just goes, boom, and it blasts you out.
So
of the
Love
fucking
it.
you
tunnel.
just ruined that experience
No.
for everybody.
Who
I love
cares?
it.
Yeah, but it's brilliant,
Love
and
it.
you just
No,
you're off
I
and
don't-
rolling. It's
I don't like-
amazing.
I went to one in Japan, and it was like a tower shot. So basically, you went in the big haunted house, and you go up in different floors, and you check the haunted house.
Yeah.
And then after that, you go sit in like a cinema kind of chair, and
Is
it's
that in
like
the lift going up
yeah,
and down?
and it goes
well
boom,
cool, that is.
and then it shoots you up right to the
Yeah.
top where it's opened. You can see the whole view, and it drops you down. Whoop.
But that's not a roller coaster. That's
Yeah, it's
It's
just
just a
like
freaky
Tower
ride.
of Death kind of. Yeah,
Any rides,
exactly, but
any
it's still
freaky
very
rides.
Cool. Yeah.
I would go
see,
on freaky
I
rides.
like a lazy river. Is one of my favourites.
And the small canyon.
Yeah, I'd say that. It's a Small World
Log
was
flume.
probably. I do like a log flume is possibly.
The merry-go-round.
I'm not sure about merry-go-rounds. You always get the creepy carny guy that walks
Yeah.
around and starts touching you and stuff, which is all really
And not the
weird.
teacups, 'cause that's just too much fucking spinning.
The teacups is a bit too much spinning.
Yeah.
Dodgems.
Dodgems are
I
cool.
like a Dodgems.
Yeah, have you done Dodgems here in Thailand?
No, I would like to go to a carnival here, especially the ones when they used to have them down in
The Wall of Death.
Yes.
So, all right, so Emma and I
I've
did
seen
that.
the Wall of Death, but that's on the motorbikes where they go round.
Not this, we went to them in Chiang Mai, and it's the Wall of Death, right? And it's bits of plywood sort of meshed together in a circle. This guy had like an old style, I don't know what car, like a Cortina or something.
And he's
It was a proper
driving around the
car,
wall.
just around the walls. And like we're standing, and it's just the whole thing's made of wood, and the whole thing's shaking. And Emma and I are standing at the top. I don't know how high it was.
20
20
feet.
feet, something like that.
Mm.
So, and he's just driving around in circles on the wall with one arm out the window going, yay! I mean, he must have been off his fucking tits. And there's people there, and mums there with their little kids holding them over.
What did they drop?
So the mummy's holding the 20-baht note, and the guy's sort of going around whipping 20-baht notes out of people's hands. And then I'm just like, this fucking thing's shaking, we're all going to die.
They had one
amazing.
when they used to have the big festival down. I'm pointing down that way that no one can see. By Heron's Monument, they used to have a big festival, and they had the Wall of Death there. And
Yeah.
I said to the kids, "I'm going to take you there. I've never seen the Wall of Death. I know this one's going to be terrible, but terribly good, if you know what I mean."
It was terribly good.
And
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to. And then by the time I went to see it, they'd taken it away.
The best thing
I've
was...
seen it. I've seen it.
The one where they-
two motorbikes
Yeah,
crossing
they go-
each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
Yeah, it's so
That's
scary.
nuts.
It
The
looks
dog-
so unsafe.
The Dodgems here, bumper cars, is amazing.
Yeah.
Because
They're just real cars on Phuket Road.
No, they're
it's just
not.
minibus
No, no, no,
drivers
no, no.
driving around.
they're trying to avoid everyone.
What?
Yeah.
Bumper cars are bumper.
You put tyres in bumper cars, and they try to avoid you.
It's a very racist comment. Russell.
It's true.
I'm not sure all tyres in bumper cars try to avoid each other.
All the tyres that we saw on bumper cars at that fair, they were trying to drive around, no, don't bump me,
Yeah,
don't
it's
bump
funny,
me.
right?
And it's just like, I'm not being funny, right? You're not getting the concept of this.
Is there a theme park anywhere in the world that you want to go to?
Anywhere, actually.
Anyone?
Yeah.
One of the big ones?
Yeah, nothing specific. Just anything scary and fun.
You've got to go to Florida for that. I would never recommend anyone go to Florida ever. But if you're going to go and do it for the parks, because they are phenomenal.
What's wrong with Florida?
Have you been?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I've done the Florida, done Universal, done City Walk, done Busch Gardens.
Did you take a spare underwear? Did you wee yourself?
No, I was pretty good. I was pretty well contained. To
What
be
was the
fair.
bush like?
The Busch was good. So it's Busch Gardens, the one that's got the oldest roller coaster that's still made of wood. So it's
Oh,
got
really?
Loops. Yeah.
An old bush?
Yeah,
Would
an
you,
old
Jay?
Busch.
Would you go on it?
What, a bush?
Like
Or what?
those
Oh,
rides?
the Dueling Dragons, you'd love that. That's the one when...
Do you know what? I don't mind. I don't like the ones that are really, really, really mental. Like the ones that are flip when you hang your legs down and you're flipping all around. I don't mind going on a rickety rack, old kind of style wooden one, like you go down the like you see
kids
in
one.
Lost Boys.
Yeah,
You know in Lost
yeah,
Boys
yeah,
where they've
yeah.
got the wooden one that just goes up and down like that, right?
You remember Lost Boys, surely? That's one for the teenagers.
This is
Blimey.
2020, Jay.
Lost Boys was a great film. You
1987.
remember Stand By Me, the film, right?
Oh, mate, now you're talking.
You remember To Kill a Mockingbird, right? In the black and white days when it was all the racial tension. No, I do like the rickety old wooden ones. I'm not
You
keen
would
on
love
the.
Dueling Dragons. It's two roller coasters in one, and you're hanging down, and they're sort of racing each other, flying into each other, and veering off. It's just fucking nuts.
I just don't like the feeling of being. One, I don't like queuing with people. I don't like being stuck on something with loads of people. It's just not. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, but you buy a special pass. Special
Can
pass.
do.
You don't have to
Well,
queue.
yes, of course, darling. I would buy a special pass.
Yeah.
I don't mind water slides. I quite like water slides more so than roller coasters.
Yeah.
But even then.
Anything else on the bucket list?
Not really. I will be going back to Japan for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because Charlene went skiing in Japan.
I was just
And
going to ask. Did
I
you
have
ski?
To,
So there we
I
go.
have to say, she
First
brought,
time.
She brought back Ashton and Zahara, my
Snowball.
two kids. No snowballs. Disappointing, no snowball. But a load of Japanese treats.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
they might not have tried any of the Japanese
What,
treats.
Jay? You ate it all?
Did Daddy...
Oh, no, not all. Not all.
Not all. Only one
Was
left.
that an evening of...
It was an
Yeah.
evening might have been an evening of 420, and then all of a sudden the Japanese treats were very nice. So thank you very much for those. Although the green tea ones wasn't really my thing.
So you ate them all.
Just to be sure.
Some of
this is
them.
not- this is not my
Some
thing.
of
I'll just
them.
double check. Nope, still not my
Actually,
thing.
one of my bucket lists is actually to travel around and taste taste different type of snacks. I love snacks, you know, but I've only used to Thai snack, British snacks, and so I would like to travel just to go to their 7-Eleven and get some snacks.
I can see a Netflix show.
I think that's
Yeah.
but that's because different countries do have different
Yeah.
snacks. And I think it's really
Yeah.
interesting going to find out what people are actually having.
You're not gonna find a tom yum in
Or
Malaysia.
You don't get the because I've been looking at the over Halloween. They had really spicy crisp flavors because it was about the
Yeah.
ghost chili pepper, which I thought was very clever. So we were trying all the really spicy crisps. You don't
Yeah.
get that, or chips if you
Yeah.
want to call them that. I like
But
the
also, like
idea.
in Japan,
Yeah.
you get green tea Kit Kats and stuff
The
like
green
that.
tea Kit Kats are disgusting. My ex loved green tea Kit Kats. And even after a 420 session, there's no way I'm going near a green tea Kit Kat.
It's just wrong.
They are very
On
wrong.
So many levels.
They're very wrong. Snacking. It's
Yeah.
good.
Netflix documentary coming to a screen near you soon.
Miss Charlene,
Yeah.
if people want to get hold of you for modelling work, they're going to come through me. So email
Yeah.
j.leshark@gmail.com.
So
Thank you,
30%
Jay.
goes to you.
30%?
Yeah, 30% for the.
I don't-
We can make a deal with that.
I just see that wink.
Yay.
Is that cheeky little wink?
Yeah.
You say 30% now, but like behind microphone will be like 10, okay? 10?
Oh, mate, I'd do it for 5%. To be fair. Lovely.
Yeah.
What's your plans for Christmas and New Year? Not depend, or as this probably going to come out after Christmas or New Year.
Did you have a good Christmas?
So Christmas, we'll probably hang around here. And just before New Year, we're going to Similan Islands.
Oh, nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Diving or snorkeling?
Probably snorkeling. I've never dived before, but once in a lifetime, I will do it. Yeah.
Bucket list. There you go.
Bucket
Yeah.
list.
And if you're going to do some diving, now is the time to do it.
Charlene, thank you very much for being on our little podcast. It
Lovely
was
to
really
meet you, sweet.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for meeting Russell.
Yep. Thanks for putting up with us.
But yeah, no, good luck with good fun with Christmas and New Year. And if you do want Charlene to model, then we will put all the details in the description below.
Do you like dogs? Excellent.
What's that got to do with anything?
I'm hatching an idea.
Okay. Thanks, Charlene.
Thanks, Charlene.
Thanks, Russell.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the outro. We didn't say during the podcast, they're actually in the Gallery Cafe in Charlene, and we should big them up because they've been very kind to turn their music down a little bit when I walked in and asked them to.
Bless them. Thank you, Gallery Cafe.
Thank you very much, Gallery Cafe. Come to Gallery Cafe. They do lovely food, and the coffee's actually quite nice.
When I was, I think I must have been 7-ish,
In the black and white days. Yeah.
something like that. Do you remember the film E.T.?
Oh, is this your E.T. story?
Do you remember the film?
Yes, I remember the film E.T.
Do you remember that when Elliot is trying to lure E.T. out of the shed in the garden, and he drops the sweets, and E.T.'s hand comes out and picks them up and goes, yummy, and sort of comes
Right,
out,
I
so
don't
he
think
gets
he
them
says. I don't think he uses Yoda's voice and says, "Oh, yummy these are." But yes, go on.
out. Right, those sweets, I did an advert for when I was a kid.
They were M&Ms, weren't they?
I want to say they were called Twinkies, or they weren't M&Ms. They were something else. But they're funky, but whatever.
They weren't Twinkies. Twinkies
No,
is
no,
a
yeah,
sponge
yeah,
thing that
yeah,
lasts
yeah.
for 25 years.
Yeah. So, but I was in an ad for it. And this is when we were living in Hong Kong. And my only memory, I've got 2 lasting memories of doing the ad. One is there was a line of kids, and one of the kids at school that I remember, Chad Cohen, is dickhead. If you're listening, Chad, you're a twat.
Chad, you're a twat.
Well, at least you were back then. You might have turned out all right.
No,
to be
you're
fair.
still a twat, Chad.
Anyway, so there was probably 6 or 7 of us kids in a line, and all we had to do, they gave us a handful of these sweets, and we had to pop them, chew them, and smile at the camera while doing it.
So some guy gave you and some other boys a load of sweets and said, "Chew these."
And filmed us while we were doing it. So first guy walks along, taking, I don't know whether they're filming it or photos and what have you. The next guy comes along with a bowl, and all the kids were spitting out the chocolates into the bowl. And then they would go and do another cycle. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not fucking wasting this, so I just ate them.
Is that your ET story?
No.
God forbid, Russ.
That advert was on the big screen at the first screening of ET in Singapore at the Shaw Centre.
So somewhere online,
So we were flown.
we've got to find this
I'm
advert.
trying to find it at the moment. There's that, and there's another one for sweets. I'm trying to find the videos of them at the minute. But I was aired on the big fucking screen at the Shaw
If
Cinema in
anyone's
Singapore.
seen a ginger permist hair like an 80s football player advert, then it's Russell. Can we talk about Charlene now?
Go ahead.
What do you think, Russell? First time you met my bestest friend, Charlene.
She was lovely, very nice.
She is
really interesting story as well.
No, she's got a heart of gold, and it's she's amazing. She's been teaching my kids for the last 5 years. either as a teaching assistant, and then she was actually Ashton's reception teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, she's a cool chick. And honestly, I've worked with her from modelling gigs as well. I've done photo shoots with her. I've done video shoots with her. She's such a cool chick.
And she's
such a cool chick.
And she's clear. I mean, without sounding completely, I don't want to sound patronising in the slightest, but as a single parent, and as she said herself, you know, she was young, free, single, having a good time, just enjoying life and just doing whatever, not caring about anything. Clearly fell pregnant not by design, and then that became the life decision. Is it this path or this path? Right, I'm choosing this one. I'm going to keep him, and now I've got a child. Now I've got to sort my shit out, and that's not just got her to where she is now, but that's also keeping her going as to what she's going to do sort of further on. I tip my hat to her.
Yeah, no, she's done really, and I've
and
seen
she's done it
her
on her own. She's had no support, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. And I've seen her struggles throughout the year of doing the degree, the teaching degree, and, you know, being a single mum, and it's tough. And she's done really well. And she's beautiful, and she is beautiful. She's absolutely stunning, and she's clearly one of the nicest people we know.
Yeah, lovely.
And probably one of the most beautiful people we know as well.
Almost as
and
good as
smart.
us. Almost as good as us.
I'm not sure, Russ, with that stupid ET story. My God. Anyway, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas, mate.
We're in the Christmas week. This is.
Are you feeling festive?
I've just found out that Friday's Christmas Day, which I thought I had an extra day, but I didn't. So
22, 23, 24. No, it's Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. Christmas is on Friday.
Christmas is on Friday, so we're looking forward to Christmas. I like Christmas. Going to have a big Christmas day of driving around. I'm not going to talk to Russell about Christmas. And then we got New Year, which I'm not really a fan of New Year. Anyway, Bartcast, make sure you listen to Bartcast. If you do, if you're going away Christmas and you need to leave your doggy with anybody, you can leave it with my friend Russell. He has a place where you can leave dogs.
Did I tell you we've also got a beach club?
You have got a beach club, and
if
it's
you
a
go
very
to
cool beach club.
k9pointacademy.com, you can find out all about it.
That's right, and you can go swimming in the beach club lake.
Yep.
Running
in the fields.
Absolutely.
Do daycare. I've got
it's
a few dogs booked in for daycare over the coming days, which is good.
There you go. So if you want to go out and you want to get drunk for the day and you don't want to worry about feeding your dog that night, you can leave them with Russell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Russell does daycare as well. Russell does everything. Go see Russell. He loves dogs.
If you've got a dog, come and see us.
Just go to k9pointacademy.com. Also listen to Bartcast. You can find it at k9pointacademy.com. That's all about dog training and how little tips and tricks about doggies. If you've got a dog, it's worth listening to. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Jay.
Like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, but the best place to go is
PhuketPodcast.com.
But if you are on Apple Music, then give us a 5-star rating.
And even if you're not, give us a 5-star rating anyway.
And on that note, do you want to sing Happy Christmas?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll put in a Christmas carol at the end of this.
There
then.
you go. Yeah. Do
all
it
right.
that way.
Thanks, Russell.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.
Cheers, bye.